Well, it's the second weekend of LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Santorin. I am just as tall as Santorin, but we're shooting this on a ramp, as you can see from this rail. I don't know if that's in the shot. Anyway, I just want to let everybody know I'm actually much taller than him. Yeah. Okay, Santorin. So it's the second day. You guys just won against FlyQuest. Do you feel like you deserve to win that game?
No, not. I don't think anyone deserves to win a game like that if you play all that. It's kind of like if FlyQuest just played slightly better, we'd just lose the game because I feel like we made a lot of mistakes. The beginning was when I died in Scuttle Crab. It's like we made a mistake leading up to that, but then I should just flash out and just put my pride aside because in a perfect world I would get that Scuttle, but obviously that's not how it goes. And then after that, I think FlyQuest played a pretty good game, but when it really came down to it, they really fumbled, and that's the only reason we won.
I was listening to everything you're saying, but I'm also distracted. Bwippo, are you waiting? Oh, you guys are walking home together. You walk home with Bwippo.
I walk, but I have a.
He has features. He has features after. So if you're just hanging out, I was a little worried.
If you want to come in,
I'm sorry, Bwippo. Good luck. Yeah, he's wandering off. Okay. Anyway. So back to the interview. So frustrating win, I guess is the best way to describe it. What was the moment where you guys, was it just like that Baron fight that really made you feel like you could get back in, or were you skeptical even then?
Yeah, after the Baron, I felt like, okay, we can win. Yeah. But all the way up until that point, I'm like, oh, this looks not so great, guys. We're kind of just hoping that they make a crucial mistake and we can somehow get a Baron and come back in the game, which is exactly what they did. But that's the losses that feel the worst, because if they're a very good team, you would just lose. And that's why, it doesn't feel like we won today. And in my head, we went 0-2 this weekend.
Somebody asked me earlier this week, who do I think is going to win Summer Split? And I said Team Liquid, because even though EG looks really good, you guys came back last week and you were just like kicking people in the ass. And I'd heard all this stuff about how we went to the Korea boot camp, and this wonderful Korea boot camp solved every problem we've ever had, and we're now. So what happened between last week and this week?
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like just the last couple of days we've been playing worse. I feel like actually all the way up until a couple of days ago we were playing really well. And I feel like, it can be for different factors. I'm not sure, sometimes it's it could be sleep, it could be sickness. I have no idea why we're playing worse right now, but I don't think it's going to be a consistent trend. I feel like we just had a terrible weekend, and I'm sure we'll come back stronger because, in the Korean bootcamp, it was very, very helpful for us. Yeah. We actually became way more of a team, and I felt like we did clean out a lot of the issues we have. But then we've just been playing garbage the last couple of days, both in scrims and on stage. And, sometimes you also get kind of complacent when you're kind of just, winning against a lot of teams. And I don't know if that's the reason, but we just need to clean it up a little bit.
What happened to... What I guess what I should ask is, what should TSM fans take away from TSM wins yesterday, or their win yesterday against you guys? Because I think a lot of TSM fans are like, oh, we did it, but then they lost to Golden Guardians today, and so did you guys just really suck yesterday, or what should they take away from your win, or from their win over you guys?
I think we really sucked, but I will also say I do think there is potential in the TSM lineup. I do think they have a lot of good players, and especially the top side is pretty strong. I think Mabel and Spica are very good players, and I think that's kind of how they should. Those should be the leaders of the team, and then kind of funnel into Tactical has very, very good games at times, and he can definitely pop off. Yeah. Huni is always consistently good, and that's why I feel like they have a lot of strong pieces. I don't know much about Mia, so I'm not going to talk about him too much because he's kind of the rookie coming in. Right. But when I see this lineup, I'm definitely thinking top 4 to top 6 at least, with potential of going higher. But as I said, they're kind of a new team going into summer, and that's usually very hard because there's so many things you need to kind of change throughout the season to become a really good team. So I'm not sure if they have enough time to actually become good.
Okay, last question here. As you know, what's so weird? I saw Bwippo sorry, I'm distracted again. I saw Bwippo. He walked all the way out, then he got out, then he walked along the street, and now I see a Team Liquid Honda car driving by without Bwippo. I know you're distracted by the fans, and so I'm like, why did Bwippo leave without the Honda car, and why is the Honda car leaving without him?
That's a good question. So luckily, we live pretty close.
Yeah.
So it's actually really nice walking in. Actually, I walked here to LCS today too because it's just nice weather outside. I mean, okay, it's a little hot, so you don't want to be out too long. And there's always groups from us where some will walk and some will drive. So it's kind of like some days, you wanna get a nice.
Let me help you out because you've got a giant Honda thing on your jersey. You would prefer to always be in the Honda vehicle on your way to and from the LCS, correct?
100%. We're fast as hell. Best AC in the world. Like, there's no reason not to. I'm happy you kind of put me on that path.
Yes. Ari's here to help.
Yeah, I really appreciate that because, we're sponsored by Honda, in case you weren't sure.
Team Liquid Honda, yes.
We're literally just Team Liquid Honda. And, I would like to have gone undefeated with Honda, and that's kind of what it was looking like. But we fumbled, and now we're getting Beep was the repair guy, so he's gonna mechanic it up.
Fantastic. Anyway, did you guys watch Players together? I think, or you took a bunch of photos making it look like you watched Players when you didn't actually. Did you guys actually watch it?
I watched Players, and there's a lot of moments where I'm like, wow, this reminds me a lot of the past. A little over exaggerated maybe, but it's actually I really enjoyed it, and for me it's like. I could be very biased because it actually reminds me a lot of the things I've been through in my career, but I've really loved every single one of them.
Any parts of it that you enjoyed in particular, or anything that stands out?
Yeah, cream cheese is kind of a douche, so I'm happy he's not doing too hot, because that has reminded me of some of my past teammates from a long time ago. And
like who?
I'm not going to put anyone on the spot, but there's definitely people out there that has a big ego, and sometimes you just hope they don't fucking win, and a lot of them do win, and that's the issue. So I'm really happy cream cheese is getting shit on. So yeah.
Fantastic, glad to hear. Is there anything you want to say to the fans out there?
Yeah, I'm so sorry about this week, and we'll make sure to clean it up.
Thank you for the interview. Best of luck going forward, and excited to continue to hear your thoughts on Players. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Hello, everyone. It is I, Travis Gafford, the person who you just saw in the interview moments ago, or the video, because sometimes we use these outros and non-interview content, so I need to make them more general. Anyway, speaking of things that shouldn't be more general, your computer choices. You should not make a general computer choice. You should make an Alienware computer choice, specifically Alienware, because they support my content, and I could not do this without you watching the interviews and then them supporting me because you watched the interviews. So it's a big circle. Life is a circle, and you're part of that circle. And Alienware is part of my circle, so go be part of their circle and make them part of your circle. Alienware.com/Travis. There's a link in the description.